This is the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion for Tuesday, October 18th. I'm Michael Groff, and if you're wondering when we're going to see some cooler weather come on in here, you're tired of those highs in the 90s, well, unfortunately, you're going to have to put up with it for the rest of this week, but by next week, could see a changeover toward unsettled and cooler conditions around here, finally. Let's talk about it. As we look outside this morning, another gorgeous start to the day. Certainly our overnight lows and even the evening hours have been very pleasant for the last several weeks around here. We start out at 68 degrees at Sky Harbor right now, dew point at 45, relative humidity 43%. The winds are light and the barometer is rising. Temperatures across south central Arizona and around the metro area this morning, again in the 60s to about 70 in the warmest spots of the urban core. No clouds here in south central Arizona, a few high clouds across the northwest part of the state today. And on the watch warning map, pretty quiet out there. Some wind advisories in upstate New York. And unfortunately in Southern California, where it's wildfire season, and they've got quite a few of those going strong out there. So that's some bad news. Winter weather advisories continue in sections of Idaho today. On the convective outlook, no organized areas of severe weather are expected this afternoon. Tomorrow, on the other hand, there's a marginal risk of severe weather extending from Louisville, Texas, northeast towards Cincinnati, Ohio. And as far as our weather goes, we'll take a look at it. Check out the models. This is the GFS, the 06Z run, valid at 5 p.m. Mountain Standard Time today. Same old story across North America, ridging across the east, troughing in the Pacific Northwest and extending into the northern plains. We are under flat ridging, broad westerly flow aloft, so another dry day. High temperatures mainly in the lower 90s. Could be a few high clouds passing us by, and that's about it. Another pleasant start to the day on Wednesday. Lows in the upper 50s to upper 60s. Highs get into the lower, possibly middle 90s tomorrow afternoon. GFS printing out a high of 93 for tomorrow. On Thursday, we warm it up a few degrees more as high pressure expands across the western states. Highs climbing up to the middle 90s around here. Same for Friday. Sunny skies, mainly in the mid-90s. These are temperature anomalies on Friday, and you can see much of Arizona anywhere from 5 to 10 or more degrees above normal. And those darker reds and oranges extend across much of the west, so very warm conditions out here under high pressure, and that'll continue on Saturday and Sunday, although temperatures will back off a couple of degrees over the weekend, but we'll still see highs mainly in the lower to middle 90s. This is Monday, and we start to notice flow aloft turning more toward the south and southeast around here as high pressure slides off to the east. A trough approaches the west coast. And so moisture may start to increase, and we could even see an isolated shower or thunderstorm across portions of Arizona. Our rain chances technically not zero, but for now we're going to leave any mention of rain out of the forecast. Could be a few clouds in here, and high temperatures mainly around 90. Forecast confidence starts to really drop off rapidly as we go out toward a week from today. This is Tuesday, October the 25th. Troughing developing just to our west. Deep southerly flow, southwesterly flow developing over the state. Some moisture being brought in. Widely scattered showers and thunderstorms showing up in northern and eastern Arizona. Unfortunately, the model spread continues to grow beyond this point, so we're not sure, but the GFS has been pretty consistent in calling for the trough to continue to move toward the east and deepen as it does. This is Wednesday, the 26th of October. More southerly flow and some green on the map. Look at this. Rainfall here across the southwest. Showers and even some thunderstorms possible here in the Phoenix area if this were right. And this is the end of the forecast period, Thursday, October the 27th. Deep trough in the west. And temperatures would be cooling off to the upper 70s to low 80s for our afternoon highs. Unfortunately, there's just not much model agreement as we go forward here. And I'll give you an example of that. This is the European on the 27th of October, and it shows a big ridge over the southwest states and a trough in the east. And if this were to pan out, we'd be warm and dry in this scenario. This is the Canadian model on the 27th of October. And it shows a trough to our west, and we'd have moisture coming in here, and temperatures would start to drop, but this is a shortwave trough as opposed to the long wave trough that was shown by the GFS. So you get the idea. Generally, a very uncertain period in our forecast. However, the GFS has shown the most consistency, so that's the forecast we'll go with for now. Rainfall the next 10 days. Most of this will happen in the Tuesday, Wednesday time frame around here of next week. Maybe a couple tenths of an inch, quarter of an inch possible around here. Some actual measurable rain possible. Won't that be nice? Temperatures off the GFS ensemble through the period. Warm this week for sure. High temperatures well above normal. Normal high for today, 88. Normal high by tomorrow, 87. And you see we'll be well above that. And this weekend as well. But then by next week, look at that. Temperatures plummeting as we go toward the end of the month. Love it. And that's a look at the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion for today. Our next video by tomorrow morning. Thank you so much for watching. Really appreciate it. And have a great Tuesday.